You know, what keeps me going? What keeps me going despite everything that I've gone through, or despite everything that I've seen and witnessed, despite everything that I've experienced? Like, what keeps me going? And the thing is that I tell myself, like, this can't be it for me. Like, this can't be, like, I refuse to believe, like, this is just my life. Like, it is what it is, and it's never gonna get any better. You know what I mean? So I work hard, and you know what? If it doesn't get any better, after striving for, greatness, then so be it. Then I strived, then I worked hard, then I put it in, and I left this world doing something that I was passionate and felt gifted at. But not doing anything, like, what's the difference? If I do it and I don't achieve it, then I'm still where I'm at and nothing changes. But if I do it and I achieve, if you do it and you achieve, now things change. There'll be a bunch of people that tell you that, don't pursue the things that you're trying to pursue because this go wrong, or this could go wrong, or this could go wrong. And yeah, they're like so many things that can go wrong. But how's that different than everyday normal life? There's so many things you can get taken out crossing the street. Somebody can run a red light or a stop sign and pow. That's it, you're done. Like, it's over. Like, there's so many things that can happen. You think your 9 to 5 is safe? You think that's safe? There's plenty of people on YouTube that you can look up who had secure 9 to 5 jobs for 20, 30 years, who didn't give it up like me, who were forced out for whatever one reason or another, whether it be laid off or terminations or whatever, and now they're in the same boat that I am. So you think that 9 to 5 is secure? In reality, you're basing it on somebody else and their decisions. You know what I mean? At least if I do my own thing, I'm basing it on my decision and my choices and stuff like that. Losing, losing is one thing, but losing because of somebody else, like, now that'll piss me off. You know what I mean? And so I keep going, man, and that's what keeps me going. Is the idea that what if I don't show up today? Whatever. I tell you a funny story. Like, believe it or not, like, I am a New York Jets fan. I've been a New York Jets fan for over 30 years, and despite losing years after years, despite everything that they've gone through and bonehead decisions that they've made and stuff like that, like, I still root for them. And I tell myself, the one year I don't root for them is going to be the year they win the Super Bowl. That's going to be the year they find their most success after I said, you know what, I'm done. Like, I'm rooting for another team. And that's the kind of mentality I have with this, like, everything, is like, people have said, like, why do this? Like, the economy's bad. Nobody's buying this. Nobody's doing this. Nobody's doing that. And I'm like, that's not an excuse to not follow your dreams. That just means you have to change things up. That means you have to be strategic. That means you have to do things a little bit different so that you can succeed. And rather than say it can't be done, I'd rather look for the way that it can be done. Does that make sense? You know, and like I said, it ain't gonna make sense to everybody. It ain't gonna make sense. People will look at you crazy for doing it, or doing this ain't gonna get you there, and doing this, or you need to lead that. And it's crazy because people haven't said it, but like when I bring it up, when I say something, you can see the remarks or the snickers, or like, not the snickers, but like the, whatever, dude. Like, you know, because that's how people think that, they're like, that ain't gonna make no sense. You should be doing what I think you should be doing. And that's not how it works. You make the choices that you make for your benefit to accomplish the things that you want to accomplish. I'm just doing the same thing. And I'm sorry that doesn't align with what you think I should be doing. But it's true. You just so I don't let nothing stop me. I keep going because I keep telling myself today could be the day. And the day I don't show up, that could have been the day where my life changed. So I show up. And I look for every win that I can because, like I said, life is hard. It's tough. And it's going to beat on you no matter what you got going on. So you might as well enjoy what you can when you can. So if you have a small win, you're not gonna enjoy it because Steve Harvey said it, he had a story he told. He's like, so you pray. There are people who are in good places who are not happy because they're not millionaires. So you ask God for $1 million, you're broke. He takes you to 20K. You should be grateful, but you're upset because you're not a millionaire. But you got this 20K. So let's take it further. So now you're at 20K and you're asking God for $1 million. You don't get the $1 million, but he moves you to 50K. But you upset because you're not a millionaire. But wait a minute, you got to think. You were just at 20. And before that, you were just at nothing. And now you at 50. Like, you have to be grateful for along the way. And that's what I just try to find myself like I said, man, you live in a hotel room right now. But the hotel room I moved into is a little nicer than the hotel I came in from. So that's a win. That's a small win. It don't mean a lot. It ain't a big deal, but it's a small win. That's how I choose to look at it. We're getting a little more for a little more. And what's wrong with that? I know that, things, it's easy to be like, quitting is the easiest thing to do. Be like, you know what, I'm not doing it. Forget it. But then what? You're going to have that linger in the back of your head that I could have got this done or I didn't get this done because it got hard. Is that what you're going to tell your ancestors, your relatives, your descendants, your grandkids one day, your kids one day that, grandma or grandpa could have done something, but we didn't because it got hard, so we gave up? Like, what's the point in that? I don't, it makes no sense to me, so I do it. If I don't do it, nothing changes. Then tomorrow I got to come out here and grind and deliver food and stuff like this. But if I keep doing it, one day something might change. And it's just a matter of when and how. So that's why, I don't know, man. I know this is a long rant and it's probably not going to get seen all the way through. But like I can't give up. I can't give up because I don't have nothing else. I don't have nothing else. This is it. This is all I got. So I put everything in it and hope that one day it resonates with somebody. With every upload, with every video, with every short I put up, I tell myself this could be it. And whoever doesn't agree or makes fun of me or thinks I'm silly for trying, then it is what it is. But I don't feel silly for trying. I keep pushing regardless of how I feel in the moment, because I tell myself this is possible, and one day, why not? I want to give my wife and my dog the life of their dreams, and I can't do that if I give up. You can't do that if you give up. So don't give up. No matter what, just keep going. And if you clock out tomorrow, then you clock out. But you didn't have no wasted time. You went hard for everything you tried to go hard for in the time that you was here. And if you clock out, then it don't matter. But if you still waking up, if you still breathing, that's your opportunity and that's your sign to keep going. Because you never know where life is going to take you if you don't give up.